Right, so first things first, I just want to show what are the commands for checking your Git configurations, and you can see that by typing in git config list show origin, and here you will see the list of the configuration. And if you need to type in the information for your username and email, then you have to type them in like I have it here from before. So for example, your username, you put them in double quote, and the same with your email, you put that in double quote. Okay, good. So next we're going to look at Visual Studio Code. Okay, so just to make one thing sure, you can go to this URL. I will share that in the comments from GitHub actually, and you can create your SSH key. So I will do that on Mac, but you can find the guideline for Windows and for Linux here as well. And I have already created this key on my computer, so we can actually see that here. So this is the SSH key. So this is the public key, and you should then take this public key and then copy paste it into your GitHub settings. The way you would do that would be that you go to your, okay, let's just read this again. So you go to your settings, and there is a menu option for SSH keys, and then you basically just click new key, and then you can add it in there, right? So that's the way you add the SSH key. Now the next thing you have to do is to add the key to SSH Agent, and you do that by using the command SSH-add and then the path to the key. So this is the private key. Okay, and we have to type in the password for that key. Okay, so now that's added to the agent, and we can test that by typing SSH add and then -L. Right, so you can see that there's one key listed here for the agent. Good, so I just want to clone the code here. So I'm just going to clone the code, git clone. And oops, started. So here we are in the folder with the code, and then I'm starting VScode. Right. So here's VScode started in that folder, and I have opened the README file. Now I should be actually able to work with the repository here. So this icon here is the source control, which links to the repository that I'm working in right now. And I could, for example, just type something extra below here. So add an extra line and save. Now you will be able to see that there is some changes that has happened, right? It's been modified. So you click the plus to save the changes into the local repository, and then you can commit it here. So you also commit into the local. So added a line, right? So that's my comment. So it's still in the local repository. Then you can push it up to GitHub, and you do that by clicking the three buttons here, 3 dots, and click push. And because the SSH key was added into the agent, then the VScode knows how to use it. Okay, done. And we can go back to the repository and see that it was added. So you see that there's a comment for added a line, and we should see that line here, right? So there's the line and then the text that I wrote. Okay, so that's about it for setting up VS Code to work with GitHub.